give you a quick look around the 7-inch Android tablet. The unit is very sleek, very neat to hold. It's got a 800 by 400 screen, and the dimensions of the unit itself are 19 centimeters across, 12 centimeters tall, and it's about 1.5 centimeters thick, but that's beveled slightly, if you can see. So at the edge it's sort of more like 0.5 centimeter. It's a very nice, sleek looking device. Looking around the side, there's nothing on the bottom or left edge of the unit. On the top you've got a rocker, which is actually your buttons for home and back, and on the right hand edge you've got a pinhole, which is actually for reset, a trans flash slot for memory cards, so you've got any your expandable storage with your memory card, USBs, physical power on and off switch, so you can actually turn the power off and on there, as well as software buttons to turn the phone on, your headphone socket and the charge socket. So a very neatly packaged device, and the slot there is for the speakers. This neat little pad, incidentally, is just the way that it comes packaged in the box, and makes a nice way to demonstrate it on the table here. So taking a look at Android, it's a 1.5 build of Android, which comes pretty much configured like this, with a clock and weather widget. I've added these apps from the programs menu onto the front screen, but otherwise this is pretty much standard how it comes. So you've got your normal Android functions, such as Gmail. Obviously you sign into your own Google Mail account, but I've signed into mine here just to give you an idea of how Gmail is working quite nicely. Perhaps if we go into one of the emails, if I look for one that's maybe a little more exciting than just text, if we say show the pictures in there, and there you are. In terms of browsing the internet, which I think is what most people are using this sort of device for, we go into the main Android browser. You can install other browsers on here, such as Dolphin, the Opera browser, or Skyfire, but this is just the standard Android browser. If we take a look, this has got installed on it the better keyboard with iPhone skin. Can also change that to standard Android keyboard, just to show you what that looks like in layout. To show you screen rotation, if I just pop this out and flick that up for a moment, you'll see the screen rotation is pretty quick. For most of this demo, I think I'll probably leave the unit lying down, as it's easier to show you on the video. Perhaps I'll do a few screen rotations for some of the web pages. Okay, let's take a little look at loading web pages. And there we are, the page is still loading there, but we can happily browse around that, which is nice. I normally find on mobile phones that until the page is fully loaded you're really quite stuck and can't do anything, but I can happily browse around this whole page very nicely. It isn't multi-touch, so I can't do a pinch to zoom, but nonetheless the inbuilt zooming functionality of the browser responds very quickly. So we can do a look at the full page and move around quite nicely there. One of the nice things about this device having USB ports on it is that supplied with the device is a mini USB cable that upgrades to a female USB socket. So we can actually connect to that a keyboard. I'll give you an example. So if we wanted to So for example, I could, using the keyboard, type in a lot quicker if I want to go to another page. for example, YouTube. And then also you can see the multiple windows that you can switch between quite easily. We just switch the view to portrait. And switch back to YouTube. So browsing very competent there. Other built-in applications include Facebook. I'll take a quick look at that. I'm signed in here under my account, but just to give you an idea about how the interface looks on the nice big screen here. Let's just take a look at that. If we were to go into one of the posts, write a comment. You're given in this build of Android an on-screen back button, but you also have the back button at the top of the unit. You've also got the on-screen home button, as well as a button at the top of the unit which functions as your bring up your bottom menu, which is different for every application. You've got the Android Marketplace, so you can search in here for new applications and downloads. So you can install anything off the Android Marketplace, so you've got full access to the Android Marketplace. You've also got on here documents to go. So you've got Word, Excel, PowerPoint and PDF. Word, Excel and PowerPoint you can create, as well as read existing documents and save them back to an SD card, and the PDF is just a PDF reader. This application actually requires an SD card to be put into the device. Generally Android, a lot of the applications are designed to have an SD card in the device, so although there is flash storage built in, you'll want to use a trans flash card to put things on. I've got an 8 gig trans flash card, so if we just pop that in, it goes in like that. Android will tell us we've got a trans flash card built in, so if we go to documents to go, now we can go into Word to go. We can create a new document, and we can type anything we want in there. Save that. It's one of the latest versions of Documents to Go, so you can choose to save in Word 97 to 2004 or a Word 2007 to 2008 if you're using the DocX or XLX extensions in your Office applications. Just to show you also Excel to go, where I actually have an Excel document already on the MicroSD card, and it's an Excel document created in Excel 2007, so it's the XLSX extension, and Documents to Go has no trouble loading that, albeit a very simple spreadsheet. All the data is there. Some of the basic formatting changes that I've made, some highlighted rows are there, etc, etc. And I can make changes to that, save that in Documents to Go back to the MicroSD card and use that on a PC. Come out of there. You've also got Slideshow to go, which is for compatibility with Microsoft PowerPoint. I'm not a user of PowerPoint on the computer, so I certainly don't know Lastly, you've got PDF to go, which is solely a PDF reader and not for creation of PDF documents at all. Along the top of the device you've got a software button. You've got the first one is for the home screen, so if we went into a page we can get back to the home screen. You've also got the settings button, which brings up the context sensitive menu at the bottom of the screen, and the back button. So these two buttons actually have a hardware reflection on top for back and for the menu. The only button on the front of the device is effectively to turn the screen off and on.